Hi there, I'm B127. I'm actually working on some nicknames. The one I'm floating right now is Badassatron, which is actually pronounced Badassatron.
We're gonna call you B.
Joe Deckelmeyer, Screen Rant.
Joe!
Transformers 1 is probably the perfect Transformers movie for longtime fans and to introduce new fans to what Transformers is all about. You play B127, also known as Badassatron. We know him by his Autobot government name, Bumblebee. Now, the character Bumblebee has many roles as a character throughout the years, from being the kid-friendly sidekick collaborator character in the original 1980s version of Transformers to the more the character that always has your back in the films. Tell us about what appeals the most about Bumblebee to audiences throughout the generations.
I think what you just said about him in both those versions, the childhood version and the Michael Bay version, is that he had endearing qualities about him. Very endearing qualities. You know, there's this unflinching loyalty that he has. There's also this kind of sense of him. I'm here. Like, I mean, like in the old movies in the 30s when they put on a play, my uncle's got a barn. I've got some paint. You know, he had that quality about him, and I think that it's the kind of things that we admire in people, and we would desire to see in ourselves. You see in Bumblebee.
I love that. Now, your incarnation of Bumblebee is a much more comedic take on the character than we've seen before in Transformers lore. How did you approach the role, and did you use any influence to draw inspiration from for the character?
Well, I do remember Dan, I think I'm saying his name right, Gilvizan, Dan Gilvizan, who did the original voice of him in from the 84 to 87 series, the cartoon series. There is a sense of kind of a buoyancy and I'm here to help, you know? So that influenced me, you know, like a skosh. But I was given the mandate by the director to really use my voice with no affectation, no change. And so I was doing everything I could to bring myself to the role. And what is it that I would do in this situation? How would Keegan behave in this situation? In a way, I tried to bend and mold lines and situations so that it would work to that effect.
It worked because there's definitely some laugh out loud moments with B157. Now, I want to talk about Josh for a second because he is a Transformers fan and you could see that right on the screen. He's a brilliant director. Talk to me about what Josh Cooley's directing style added to Transformers 1.
I think his style adds, and this is going to sound a little ethereal, but it adds like a fluidity to Transformers 1. There's a sense, because I don't know about the other actors, but when I was with Josh, he's very collaborative and he's welcome to being open to ideas. But also the other thing is he wants to help the actor. So I'd say to him, hey, Josh, in this moment, instead of just reading, I'll do these 2 lines and then these 2 lines, maybe in this section, can we read all of this dialogue as if it were a scene and read it so I get a real rhythm, a real feel for it, and he would always oblige me in that way, and so that made my job easier in a way, you know what I mean, as opposed to trying to stick all the context that you're trying to remember and then saying blah, 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 that one line over and over again. He would let me run through and he'd do the dialogue with me, and he's not a bad actor, that Josh Cooley. So.
Well, look, this is a fantastic Transformers film. Might be one of my favorites of the whole franchise. And like I said, I love that I can take my whole family to watch this. And people that don't know, I think they're going to get a great introduction of what Transformers absolutely is. But Keegan, you're incredible in this. Thank you so much for your time, sir. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, man. Take care.
Take care.
B, these are not the bad guys.
Why did you cut the door?
What? No, it was already like that. Right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
It was already like, yeah.